I want you to step back and listen and pay attention to what's happening right now, because what we are seeing is beyond anything I ever even thought possible. Do not become stuck with the incremental. I want to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, we won. The transformation continues. The celebration continues. I love the attitude, the excitement. Everywhere we go, everywhere you go, you see it. It is this incredible momentum, which is great. Number two, ignore the left-wing media. Do not post, repost, tweet, re-X, retweet. I don't know if you retweet today, but ignore it. If that quintet of harridans self-immolates, say nothing. We don't care what a CNN soon-to-be furloughed reporter says in an interview. We don't care. Hashtag so what? Hashtag I don't care. I don't care what people say about Matt Gaetz. It doesn't matter. You lost. You don't understand what it means to lose. It's a new world order. If you think about it, a new kind of a recalibration. So what I want you to do, and I want you to recognize, is this very simple fact. Do not think that this is the way it was. I am seeing it before, even in the world of Broadway. These folks who used to sashay around dressed as women, and I mean, it was like a freak show, they're gone. They're told that's enough. Broadway, that had Kamala this and Kamala that, and Reading and Hillary, are saying, that's it. Nobody's mentioning it. It's over. It's done. Like it never happened. Lawyers and theater owners and producers are saying, shut up. Christmas is coming. This is our big season. You're alienating. Stop that. If we see one dress, somebody walking around looking like Dorothy Lamour and gold lame, you're out of here. It's a freak show. The freak show is over. Rachel Levine, beat it. The guy who stole the clothes from the carousel, beat it. Gone. Through. Finish. It was a speed bump. It was this horrible part of their life. And it's wonderful to see how these people are recognizing the fact that everything has changed. It's over. Remember that. So, my friends, make sure you are subscribed. We found out that 87% of people who watch shows never subscribe. They watch videos, they watch channels, they never subscribe. So make sure you're subscribed, because the metrics mean everything. But first, my friends, as we always say, this incredible word and this important word and this exceedingly important word from our sponsor. If you're suffering from daily aches and pains, please listen closely. Top medical experts have unveiled a natural pain reliever that is changing the way Americans fight pain. 100% drug-free canolidine. Canolidine is the only solution that optimizes your body's natural painkillers called endorphins, providing full body relief without dangerous pills or known side effects. Over 1 million Americans and hundreds of professional athletes, including UFC fighters, have already embraced canolidine's pain relief power. And best of all, canolidine is legal worldwide, certified drug-free, and does not cause side effects, grogginess, or addiction. After 14 years of clinical research, it has been proven safe and effective, backed by thousands of successful use cases from other Americans just like you. And best of all, today you can try canolidine for less than $1 per day. This is your opportunity to finally live pain-free. Click the link below to try the only canolidine product in the world risk-free for a full 90 days. The private link and special discount expire at midnight tonight. Experience daily pain relief with canolidine. You have nothing to lose but your pain. Now, my friends, let me explain something to you, and listen to me very, 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 very carefully. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. Everything. I want you to stop for a second. And I want you to, you might be driving, you might be, who knows what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. And you have to be reminded, not only did we win, but the revolution has taken place. There's a revolution. This is not just what you think. This is not, how do I say this? This is not just Trump is here, because I think we have been shelved for so long. I really do. Some people don't know that one battle is over, the war is not over. And I can't say this enough. And I see this everywhere. And we're going to show you why. For the longest time, and I want you to really listen to what I'm saying. For the longest time, there are people who thought that they could say whatever they want. They thought that they could say and do whatever they want. That they were always going to be in power. They were always going to be able to do whatever to kids, say what they want, do what they want, act like they want. They always truly believed they were in power. They did. They really believed this. And they thought that Hillary or Kamala, I don't know, they thought that Trump was a joke. You were a joke. This was a fad. And they didn't understand it. They actually believed this fraud. I don't understand it. They just believed this. I want to tell you what I'm seeing again in the theater world, in the entertainment world, and I know this for a fact. When Hillary, when she did that, what was that called? SUFs or MILFs or SILFs or SUFs, suffragettes. Everybody just thought that Hillary just had this magical thing about her. This touch. She was beautiful. Everything she did, that she could show up and be, oh, Hillary. She doesn't understand it. It's over. It's done. It's finished. You're seeing also one of the greatest double crosses. The guy who knew what's going on. You know, one of the reasons why dictators last for such a long time, even though they seem seemingly out of their minds, is because their treachery is still intact. I want to play something for you. This is one of the best pieces ever. And I'm sorry, I want to tell you something. Please do not, children should not be listening. I tried, if I could, to edit out the words, but you know, it loses something. And I want you to listen. And I want you to listen carefully. This is one of it. It's AI and it's not real, but no, it is so perfect. It is such, bookmark this. This is exactly what happened. It's about how the old man who was double-crossed back, and how this is the end of the Obama regime. So like I said, a little warning. Tell the kids to leave away, go away. I tried to do this. But if you ever watch Joe Rogan, my God, there's the F-bombs are, not that there's anything wrong with it. I don't listen. If you don't like it, don't listen. But just to give you a heads up, because we pretty much run a clean show. But listen carefully. I can't say this enough. This is exactly what happened.
Tough break for Cammy, huh?
You just started a war.
No, I just finished one.
I am going to do everything in my power to end you.
Listen here, I've been around a lot longer than you.
Yeah, no shit.
You never understood how this really works. You were always a good soldier for them, but not me. I didn't get plucked out of nowhere like you did. I spent 40 years hiding skeletons for those fucks.
I knew you were fucking stupid, but this is insane. You really don't know the enemies you just made. We are going to erase you from history.
Oh, like I give a fuck. I've made my bed. I'll lay in it. I know my family is protected. How about yours? How long you think before investigations start? How long do you think you'll stay useful to them? Besides, give yourself some credit. You were the one that dared him to run, but now I gave him the Oval Office. How about you?
Joe, what the fuck did you do?
I don't remember. I'm just a crazy old man, right?
Did you make a deal with him?
Like I said, my family's protected. Hold on, I got someone who wants to talk to you.
Hello, Barry. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it?
This isn't fucking over.
I'm not an idiot, Barry. I just play one on TV.
That is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. No. Listen to me. This is it. Do you think anybody on Fox News is going to tell you that? That's why you got to turn this crap off. That's for children. That's romper room. The real hardcore stuff. You got to know where to go. You have to know where to use the Eric Weinstein line, you got to go to the intellectual dark web. The information is there. You need a degree of sophistication to grasp what's happening. And I mean this. I'm not trying to be cute or coy, I mean it. You've got to listen to this. The hard core truth, as Janice says. It's like the Randy Travis song. I feel like a stone you've picked up and thrown to the hard rock bottom of your heart. Rock bottom. This is it. It's not about The View. It's not about CNN. It's not about the Hexeth and whether his tattoo is a swastika. That's icing. And icing is good. And remember when the fond, whatever that stuff is, remember that weird kind of, that's great. Ooh. It's time for you to get really sophisticated at this. You got to ask yourself, do I want to just sit back and say, hi, this is great. Yay. Yay. That's over with. That's over with. We won. Now, don't ever lose Old Glory. Don't ever, but understand something. We won. We won. And while I want to say this the right way, there's going to come a time when we're going to have to take the MAGA hat off and signal now we're in charge. That was the election year. Listen to what I'm saying. This is the election year. You understand this? Do you understand what's happening? This is the most important thing ever. The election has already taken place. Now we're into the procedural. Joe Biden knew exactly what he did. He double-crossed them when they told him, you're going to step down. Okay. And within 20 seconds, boom, he nominates her. They thought it was going to be an open race. They thought maybe, who knows, maybe it would be Gavin Newsom or whatever. He did this. Anybody got a problem with that? What does this mean? And I'm surprised an intelligent man like you, Lionel, would say this is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. Does anybody have a problem? Anybody not think this has happened? Please tell me right there. Anybody, any other intelligent people think that's what happened? That's exactly what happened. Let me stop right there. I want to disabuse you of something. This is not La La Land here. This is cold-blooded. Anybody have any doubt here? Do you know what happened right now? Do you know what happened with Barry? Do you know that when they met for 2 hours, what do you think happened? What do you think happened? What do you think he did? Come on. Anybody here? Anybody here? Seriously, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, we won. Let's focus on that. Not some AI video. What? It's not, that's an AI video? Oh my God. That AI video was scripted. It was scripted, most probably by a human or maybe some super intelligent. I think we need more of that. That was beautiful. How did you miss this? No, I can't believe this. This has derailed my morning. Do you not understand what happened? You think this is just AI? You think this is something? It may be similar, but not exactly. That's exactly what happened. Oh my God. The naivete, this juvenescence, this innocence. This is the most hardcore election ever. This was for everything. What Trump did, the double crosses inside. Joe Rogan the other day came forward. I'm trying to find his piece where he said, everybody called him and said, listen, I'd love to help you. It was a shift. It was a shift. That's like saying, well, it was just a squirrel. You don't understand symbolism? Oh, that lady was just, she was just on a bus. Rosa Parks? You don't understand how something can be so perfect? That was a double cross. When they met for 2 hours, Biden is going to pardon Trump. Biden is going to pick up the phone, call the DOJ. Basically, they're done. His family is fine. Trump told him, your family is fine. There was no state here. There might have been some Delaware stuff. I don't know. Oh my God. It's incredible. You think that was AI? That's your take? That's like listening to a song. That's like listen. Do you remember how, for what it's worth, Stephen Stills, Buffalo Springfield, how important that was? That was just a song. A song? Oh my God. Jerry Robichaux says Trump likely thanked Biden for the garbage speech. Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Now you're understanding what's happening. This was a double cross. Remember how they said Trump was 4D chess? Remember this? Remember this? Let me do this one more time. Let me watch this thing, this little AI thing, and listen to this. Watch this carefully. This is critical. I cannot believe what I just heard. I am gobsmacked. Listen to this. One more time.
Tough break for Cammy, huh?
Tough break for Cammy, huh? Gee, that was sad, wasn't it? Huh? Especially when I decided to immediately endorse her. They never told me to do that. Or maybe they did. I don't know. You did that business with Clooney. You made a fool out of me. All I've got is my legacy. I've been doing this forever. And you did this to me. And it was about you. And then you didn't even have the guts. You and Pelosi. I know what you did. Tough break for Cammy, huh?
You just started a war.
I started a war? No. The war is over. You lost. And they're going to blame you, Barry. You did this because you were you and what was her name? Oh God, his staff, the brain trust, the one that everybody said ran the show.
No, I just finished one.
This is just an AI piece. Hey, this is just a joke. We won. This is just an AI. This isn't real. This isn't real. JFK, the movie that completely reopened the entire world regarding the JFK investigation. Oh, that was just a movie. That wasn't anything big. No big deal.
I am going to do everything in my power to end you.
To end you. Now, don't think because remember, Obama had it made. He was the golden boy. He was perfect. This money and his mansion, his everything. And even Michelle, he was it. He still thinks he's part. A lot of people don't even remember him. Just like Hillary and Bill.
Here, I've been around a lot longer than you.
Yeah, no shit.
You never understood how this really works.
You never understood. Remember who? I remember Joe Biden during the Clarence Thomas hearing. Oh, this is so serious. This is so serious.
You were always a good soldier for them, but not me.
You're always a good soldier. You were an errand boy. You did what they said. All you did. You never ran anything. You never ran anything. You weren't in control of anything. You were just happy to be here. You just did whatever they said. You're just here for the beer.
I didn't get plucked out of nowhere like you did. I spent 40 years hiding skeletons for those fucks.
I didn't get plucked out of nowhere like you did. Remember this? Remember how he was the community organizer, and we knew nothing about him. Where is he from? Where is he live? Is he from Hawaii? Is he from Indonesia? Is he this? Did you go to what school did you go to? How many people don't even remember him from Colombia? They don't even remember him. Then all of a sudden there he is, and there she is, and these mysterious people that pop up. Joe was here the whole time. He did it the old-fashioned. Susan Rice, Jerry, thank you.
I knew you were fucking stupid, but this is insane. You really don't know the enemies you just made.
The enemies. No. Because believe it or not, the old enemies, this is a new game. We're going to talk about this. This is important.
We are going to erase you from history.
Oh,
erase it from history? No.
like I give a fuck. I've made my bed. I'll lay in it. I know my family's protected. How about yours? How long do you think before investigations start? How long do you think you'll stay useful to them? Besides, give yourself some credit. You were the one that dared him to run, but now I gave him the Oval Office. How about you?
You dared him to run.
Joe, what the fuck did you do?
I don't remember. I'm just a crazy old man, right?
I'm just a crazy old man.
Did you make a deal with him?
Like I said, my family's protected. Hold on, I got someone who wants to talk to you.
Hello, Barry. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it?
This isn't fucking over.
This is because for the longest time, we've had children sitting back and listening to Nate Silver. That was as deep as it went. Well, the polls are in. Let's get John Bolton. Hey, look, there's Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich. Let's really talk about what's going on. And to show you how these people don't know, nobody has ever even explained to you what's happening regarding Israel. You don't know this. They don't talk about it. But we won. Let's go. Oh my God. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, thank you for saying one of the most. Trump likely thanked Biden for the garbage speech. Yep, I believe you're right. For everything you did to me, Sarah Boone. Look at you. Therese Pollard says, you're spot on. Cross, double cross. Yep. Susan Rice was the name indeed. We're seeing something. This isn't just an election. That's why I want people in a nice way to remind yourself the election is over. I like the MAGA, Make America Great Again. That was for the election. We won. Now the focus has changed. The focus. And we want to make things as crazy as ever. Last night, this was one of the most important issues there is, okay? I have told you repeatedly that you have to understand the critical nature of Hollywood. Hollywood is the public relations arm of the shadow government. You understand this? Let me try this again. Maybe this surprises you. But public relations, Hollywood studios, all of those people who came forward. And to show you the disconnect, these vile, monosyllabic, I don't know who these people are. Look, whatever you wanted to do, this low rent, vile, profane, concupiscent, sexually inappropriate people from the Cardi B's, to show you how disconnected they were. They actually brought these people forward, paid their money. They paid Beyonce, the biggest con, who never even did any music. They had no idea what was happening. None. These people, Cardi B and this twerking and whatever this stuff, it was horrible. They don't understand. Well, doesn't anybody like this? No. Doesn't anybody think it's a good idea to see Cooper or whoever these weirdos? Remember those freaks walking around the first week with the fingernails and this I don't know whatever they were. They weren't gay. They were like almost cartoonish. Remember that? They thought we own this, and we just sat back and we said, "Okay, let's wait." Joe didn't believe this. Joe's not into this. Do you think Joe and Jill are into gay love? No. And let me also tell you something. We have a very dear friend of ours, a very, very dear friend of ours. And he's gay. And the number of people in his orbit and others who may not necessarily be prototypical conservative, but they don't understand this trans business. They don't know what this means. They don't get it. Nobody knows where that came from. But that's over. But guess who was speaking last night? This was a speech heard around the world.
We have a man who has a seriously high IQ.
That's not the one I meant. But you know what? Let's listen to this one while we're at it. Okay? This is good.
A person that believes in high IQs, and his is about as high as they get. He launched a rocket 3 weeks ago, and then he went to Pennsylvania to campaign because he considered this more important than launching rockets that cost billions of dollars. Elon Musk. Elon. What a job. What a job he does. And he happens to be a really good guy. He likes this place. I can't get him out of here. He just likes this place.
Remember that line.
And you know what? I like having him here, too. He's good. He's done a fantastic job. Really an incredible mind, and he's an unbelievable entrepreneur, sort of everything. I'm asking him, what do you do best? And we were not able to figure it out, but it's a lot of things.
This is what I mentioned.
If you remember, the first image was a picture of Jesus, and it says Resurrection AC Club. I found a church that had been converted to a boxing ring. So the image pans down from Jesus onto Rocky being hit. And at that moment, he was a chosen person, and that's how I began the journey. Something was going to happen. This man was going to go through a metamorphosis and change lives, just like President Trump. We are in the presence of a really mythical character. I love mythology. And this individual does not exist on this planet. Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off, so I'm in awe. And I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Because without him, you can imagine what the world would look like. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations. But
And I'm proud to be an American.
Oh, I don't know about that song. You know how copyrights go. He does sound, somebody said, he does sound like George Carlin. He does sound like George Carlin. Well, at least that's real. It's not AI. Oh, my God. What do you do? What do you do in any event? Now, the next issue is this feller by the name of Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. George Washington lost battles, then won Trenton. But please, you know the point. Don't ruin the message behind this. Yes, that's true. That is correct. I understand that. Now, Matt Gaetz is the issue. I'm telling you right now, this is the most important issue there is. This is exactly the most important issue there is. And the question is, are we going to have these people tell us, and I'm going to say this collectively via President Trump, are we going to have these people tell us what we're going to do? Are we or are we not? I want you to watch some very critical, and by the way, AI presented in terms of, because we gotta do that AI. Oh no, I don't know how to do that. Cartoons I never really liked. I don't understand that. I've got to have real people, and I can't read fiction. I can't. Anyway, before we do that, because this is the issue. This is going to be very, very critical, because they're coming out left and right saying, "Oh, Mr. President, you can't nominate Matt Gaetz." Really? Yes, we can. Let me show you why. But first, ladies and gentlemen, a message from our sponsor. Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you checked your devices for malware? Malware attacks have increased 643% since 2020, with approximately 10 million personal and corporate devices compromised with data stealing malware in just the last year alone. Additionally, 19.8% of computers face at least one malware attack annually. This emphasizes the critical need for individual users to protect themselves, their devices, and their data. This is why I use today's sponsor, Virtual Shield Antivirus Pro, and I love the peace of mind it gives me. Virtual Shield Antivirus Pro is an award-winning antivirus with real-time protection, malware removal, ad blocking, scheduled scans, multi-device protection, and more that stops malicious downloads in their tracks. Without Virtual Shield Antivirus Pro, I would risk my finances, banking details, personal data, and more getting into the hands of cyber criminals. Thanks again to Virtual Shield Antivirus Pro for sponsoring today's extravaganza. And do yourself a favor and sign up for a free 7-day free trial, of Virtual Shield Antivirus Pro during their early Black Friday sale happening now, and get up to 75% off. Yes, you heard that. Up to 75% off. Only at virtualshield.com/Lionel. Once again, that's virtualshield.com/Lionel. Okay, my friends, watch this very, very, very important move. Remember this. Very, very important move regarding, I forget this feller's name. He's from Fox, but he speaks with the senator regarding the absolute truth as to Matt Gaetz.
Is that Gaetz would get the most pushback as Attorney General?
Well, first of all, you got to remember, what about 90% of the people up here are what? They're lawyers, okay? I got one football coach. We got a few business people up here, but most of them are lawyers. And they know better than everybody else what a good lawyer is, right? So when I first got here, we had AG that come across our desk, okay, Merrick Garland. Is he any good? Oh, man, he's got a lot of experience. We had 20 Republicans that voted to confirm him, along with the 50-something Democrats, okay? We had 20. The worst AG in the history of this country went against the Constitution. He went after parents that were trying to say, hey, listen, we control our kids. You know, don't be teaching them stuff at schools. He went after them. He tried to arrest Donald Trump. He tried to put him in jail. And we had 20 people voted for him, and they don't like Matt Gaetz, who's smart as anybody up here. He's been on the Judiciary Committee for 7 years. He is perfect for this job. He's a millennial that will work as hard as President Trump, and that's hard to do because President Trump works about 20 hours a day. And Matt Gaetz should be confirmed. Now, we'll have some of these know-it-alls up here on the Republican side that say, he's had problems in the past. Prove it. If you can prove it, fine. I won't vote for him. But I'm tired of hearing these people complain about, he's got ethics rules over in the House. 4 years they've looked into it, Will, and they ain't proved a dang thing. And so let's go on with this and give President Trump the players that he needs to run this team.
By the way, his name says The Will Cain Show. Got that at the bottom? The Will Cain Show. It's one of you fine folks. By the way, his name is Will Cain. Thank you. I don't know who these people are, but he's absolutely right. It's the only thing I will mention. I'm not going to mention CNN. Not going to do MSDNC. Please do me a favor. Please. Even if it's AI, don't do it. Don't mention them. I want them to die on the vine. Listen to this moment. This is how great. I think Matt Gaetz is superb. Watch.
Certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my direction. I am sitting here waiting for the call with my father. Sounds like a shakedown, doesn't it, Director?
I'm not going to get into commenting on that.
You seem deeply uncurious about it, don't you? Almost suspiciously uncurious. Are you protecting the Bidens?
Absolutely not. The FBI does not and no interest in
You won't answer the
protecting
question
anyone
about whether or not that's a shakedown, and everybody knows why you won't answer it. Because to the millions of people who will see this, they know it is. And your inability to acknowledge that is deeply revealing about you. You preside over the FBI that has the lowest level of trust in the FBI's history. People trusted the FBI more when J. Edgar Hoover was running the place than when you are. And the reason is because you don't give straight answers. You give answers that later a court deems aren't true. And then at the end of the day, you won't criticize an obvious shakedown when it's directly in front of us.
By the way, this music didn't actually play during this. This is AI also. It's AI edited. And that little crown that's going like this, that didn't really happen. That's AI. It's called editing. Just want to let you know. And when he spoke at the top, breaking news, Maggie, that didn't happen. When you saw that, there was no, letter. That's called editing. That didn't really happen. So this isn't real. I just want you to know that, okay? Just want you to know that.
And it appears as though you're whitewashing the conduct of corrupt people.
Respectfully, Congressman, in your home state of Florida, the number of people applying to come work for us and devote their lives working for us is over 100%.
We're deeply proud of them, and they deserve better than you.
That's not a real eagle. Just want to let you know. They added that later. That's not real. But the point is, that is exactly the truth. That is exactly the reality of it. Absolutely. Now, here's something important. This is critical. Let me see here. What do we have here? Let me see this. Okay, here's something interesting. Before I forget, there's this lunacy going on in the world. These people, primarily, and I'm going to say this, and I hope you don't take offense. Oh, God forbid. But we're seeing more and more women losing their minds. Women losing their minds. Women who are shaving their heads, threatening to forego or to boycott or whatever, sex with people. Whoopi Goldstein, the mop lady, is saying she's actually threatening for some particular, I don't know, of hubris to do this, because it's screaming and yelling. And I want to get this one story for you. There's something very, very wrong. And I want you to answer this question. What do you think is wrong? Why do you think there are so many people? Why do you think is happening? What is happening to so many women? Why do you think the number of students being sexually bothered, being harassed, being whatever by teachers? Women are mostly the predators for young men, women, and sometimes young girls too. Not men, women. I mean, it's happened. What is happening to women? What is happening? They're losing their minds, screaming, yelling. Spend any amount of time watching, I think, some of the best video ever. Arrest people screaming, Karens. I think I think Kevin is the male version of that. Karens. Do you understand that? What is happening to women? Why are women losing their minds? Why are women speaking out so rudely? Why aren't people absolutely losing their mind? What is wrong with women? Not all women, but why are we seeing this? What is the problem? Now, let me tell you this story. In, I guess, Connecticut, in the New Haven area, Cheshire special education teacher. Special education. A teacher who put this lunatic video out, Ann Dunleavy, threatened to fight and hurt people who come to her and tell her they voted for Donald Trump, prompting the Cheshire Public Schools and the Cheshire Police to investigate. She says, I was in a moment of high emotion. Well, let me let you hear for herself. And this nut goes on TV. Not only, and the first thing is you want to tell people, shut up. Don't go on TV. Let them forget about you, not know what you look like. People have the attention span of a gnat. It's just, oh, no, I want to go out there. No, I want to do this. No, I want to go out there. I want to go out there. I want to sit in my car and scream. I want to cut my hair. I want to, I don't know what shame means. I don't mind saying stupid things in public, in front of, I don't mind making stupid statements because I think that everything I say is real. It doesn't matter. And instead of saying, ooh, maybe I back, oh, no, I'm going to double down because I'm right. Sound familiar? I'm going to say stupid things because I'm not going to stop and say, does this make any sense what I'm about to say? No, just say it. Watch this and ask yourself, why in the name of God? I don't know if a lawyer even knows about this. Watch this.
For Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you
like,
how I see fit.
Yep,
just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the blank you voted for. You're not in the clear. Please don't test your gangster on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so
it sounds like a threat.
It sounds very extreme. And again, I was in a moment of high emotions and I shouldn't have ever posted the video. But what the message I was trying to get across, and it came off very wrong, was, if this is going to give people the almost permission in their minds to enact violence against women or anybody, I wanted to basically
and threaten violence first. You see, this is what happens when crazy people double down. She had me with, that was nuts. I'm sorry. That would have been it. And then she apologized and she's done. But no. Oh, no. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to explain myself. You don't understand what I'm saying. Here, let me explain this to you. Watch this.
This is going to give people the almost permission in their minds to enact violence against women or anybody. I wanted to basically just say, I'm not going to go down without a fight. I mean, it's my life's dream to be a teacher.
Well, it's over with because you're a nut. Because you've just told people you're threatening violence. And you wanted to teach special education, special kids, EDD, EDHD, emotionally disturbed, emotionally handicapped, blah, 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 blah. You want to get near kids?
I consider those kids my kids because...
Well, they're not anymore.
I don't have any of my own.
Well, thank God for that.
And they fill that for me. And it's so fulfilling.
And you blew it, you nut, because you didn't know how to keep your freaking mouth shut. Because you live in a world where you just say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. If it's against Trump, it's okay, right? I can say whatever I want, right? There's no such thing as insanity, right?
It's so rewarding.
Not anymore.
And I know that what people see right now, I don't look like that person, but I truly would do anything to help any child and any family in need.
Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the you voted for. You're not in the clear. And just please don't test your gangster on me, because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever.
My favorite, on a stretcher. That's a Candace Owens line, but stretcher. STs come out, SHD. Stretcher. I live on the street. I'm a street stretcher. This is where we are today. This is the insanity. This is it. This is like something I never even thought possible. So what we do is I want you to do this. I want you to understand something. I want you to join with me. In fact, I'd love to do this right now, but I don't know exactly how to do it. I would like to. I would like to do this, but there's a new form. There's a Zowli dancing, which I love a lot. Zowli. Have you seen this? Hang on. There's a wonderful event. I want to get this thing right. I want to get this. Oh God, what is the name of this? Let me just show you. I had it lined up. Damn it. Here we go. This is called hang on a minute. This is from the New Zealand Parliament. It's called the haka. The haka. And this is, to me, the greatest thing. I want all of us right now to do this in unison. So please stand up right now, everybody, and follow the lead of this wonderful, I love this art form. And this is real, by the way. This is real. So that's okay. Don't worry. No AI here. Watch this. Al Joyce. Love it. New Zealand.
The House is suspended until the ringing of the bells. The gallery is to be cleared.
Someone writes, this is the New Zealand rugby dance. No, it's not the rugby dance. It might have been used. It's actual ceremonial. It's used in war. It's not the rugby dance. This is, you know what I mean? How can anybody miss that? This is where we are. This is it. I think that's fantastic. I like this one. It's kind of like Jolson. How I love you. How I love you. This is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. I've missed a few. Bradley Opland says birth control, transitioners, and splitting the atom are the real issues we as people need to talk about. Splitting the atom and transitioners. Okay. They need to primary the rhinos in 2 years. Indeed. I hope so. Okay, there we go. George Washington. Do you see what's happening here right now? First, on so many levels. One, enough with the MAGA. Where that is, how do we say this? That was the election mode. That was the election mode. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the It's confusing to people. We won. We won. Let's get a new whatever it is, and that's terrific. Maybe it's a signal, and that's fine. And if you wear it, that's terrific. It comes down now to transitioning everything. Now, let me show you one more thing. This is an example of something which I find so fascinating. This is from, I think, Good Morning Britain, some British show regarding Bobby Kennedy. Now, Bobby Kennedy needs our help. Listen carefully.
Announcement for Health Secretary sending shockwaves throughout America. The president-elect nominated Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an anti-vaccine conspiracy theorist.
By the way, notice, and I don't mean to do this, but this is a very interesting. Sometimes and we'll start again, but sometimes in the British patois, certain dialects, you hear like ours, wary, like Keef, birthday, conspiracy. It's a very interesting. Indians sometimes get V's and W's. But anyway, I just find this fellow's delivery interesting. Remember, Robert F. Kennedy, they say, is an anti-vaxxer conspiracy theorist.
Donald Trump's latest announcement for Health Secretary sending shockwaves throughout America. The president-elect.
Do you think there's shockwaves? Anybody? Just give me. Does anybody think there's shockwaves? No, there's no shockwaves. None.
Nominated Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an anti-vaccine conspiracy theorist, to one of the most prominent roles in his cabinet.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he came in.
Who's this schmuck?
And he's going to help make America healthy again.
We spoke exclusively to Kennedy, who is the nephew of former President JFK.
Look at this twit. Who is this guy?
That's my uncle, John Kennedy.
Before he ended his own independent presidential campaign to endorse Trump. The 70-year-old has previously suggested that COVID-19 was targeted to attack Caucasians and...
He never said that. Never, ever, 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 ever said that. This is wrong. This is wrong. And it's not even AI.
Black people, as well as claiming that Wi-Fi causes cancer.
Well, go back. Listen to
year-old has previously suggested that COVID-19 was targeted to attack Caucasians and black people, as well as claiming that Wi-Fi causes cancer.
What would your public health approach be if you were to get into the White House?
My public health approach would be the same public health approach that we've used for 100 years, which is you don't do mass lockdowns. You quarantine the sick. You protect the vulnerable.
Yes.
Matt Gaetz, who has been picked by Trump to head the U.S. Justice Department, is also causing alarm among lawmakers in Washington.
No, he's not.
The 42-year-old, who is hoping to become the next Attorney General, has been under investigation for alleged sexual misconduct and illegal drug use, allegations which he denies.
And cleared.
Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off.
At an event overnight at his Mar-a-Lago home, Trump received a hero's welcome from movie star Sylvester Stallone. He even joked about his newfound friendship with billionaire Elon Musk. The question now is, will their bromance survive the test of time? Noel Phillips, Good Morning Britain, New York.
What can you believe this? He never said, I don't want to go through this again. He never said that the vaccine is targeting Caucasian or whatever. He talked about the potential. By the way, there are also Chatham House rules, which was violated. But I'm not going to explain this thing. And by the way, that's not AI. Should have been. At least I could have something to do with the truth. That's all real and fake. How about that? I am so glad. I love the fact. Do you see what's happening to big pharma stocks? Oh, we gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. Now you're knowing who runs the show here. I think it's the most incredible thing. I think it's wonderful. I think it is fantastic. I love the fact, I'm telling you, that we have these folks there. I mean it. I mean it with all my heart. You have no literal, there's no way to even put into perspective how happy I am. I mean it. So understand, just to kind of perorate, to go through this, this is sending shockwaves. And I'm going to ask you again, please do not waste any time retweeting, reposting, I don't know what you call them, re-Xing, anything involving CNN. If somebody appears with that Kirsten Walker, whatever, fine. Caitlin, but fine. We don't know. I'm not going to promote it. I want it to be an echo chamber with no echo. I want it to just end completely. I just want them, nobody cares. Whatever they do, we will not support them. Let those folks, remember, if somebody who watches CNN were to retweet, they would only be retweeting to people who watch CNN because we're not retweeting back. We don't reciprocate. Because what they're doing right now is they're going to be telling every one of these people in real time, not AI, but in real time, they're going to be saying, say something crazy. Come on, bring your A game. Behar, say something, because the crazier it is that you speak, the more hits we get, because we're not getting the hits here on the show. We're not getting hits on the show. We're getting the hits elsewhere. Just like with Howard Stern, that show on Sirius that nobody pays attention to. You're not getting the attention there. Where you're getting the attention, where you're getting all of this, is from people who retweet. That's what this is about. See, this is the most important thing in the world. We're going to win this, and there's many levels to this. But right now, we're trying to recalibrate. And just think, it was a week ago, Tuesday of the election. Don't you feel right now that Trump has already won? Don't you feel like he's won already? We have a new member, ladies and gentlemen, Underlining Ink. Am I reading this right? Underlining Ink. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for that. I feel as though he's already there. We're not seeing a thing from Kamala. Think about this. Nothing. Tampon Timmy, I forgot his name for a moment. Walls. He's nowhere. Nobody. I don't watch it. Maybe you do. Nobody from CNN is saying, let's see how are you holding up, Tim? How are you? What do you think? It's over. She's done. They're done. It was a joke. And let me tell you what's happening. This dramatic reenactment and explication by via political analogy and metaphor is exactly what is happening. I want to explain something to you, which is critical. The Republican Party right now, believe it or not, is pretty good, pretty solid. And I'm glad to say it. Pretty solid. Do you hear what I'm saying? Pretty solid. A lot of cohesion, a lot of cohesion. I'll just leave it at that. The Democratic Party is a different story altogether. They really don't know what to do. There's no message there. They started off with this stupid abortion message, which nobody cared about. I told you that. Nobody cares about that. It's not an issue by which people want to base an election on. Nobody. It's there. It's important, but most people do not have an abortion. Most people have not received an abortion. And there are people who are told in public, oh, this is, I have fewer rights, and they could never enunciate, they can never explicate, they can never list or adumbrate or review. They don't know what these rights are that they're losing, but they say that. That's it. Then they talked about things like what? I don't know. Unaccompanied. They never had anything. So you have this group of people, and they're saying, what do we do? Now, the Democrats are reconnoitering, reconvening, and they're into different groups. One group is the Bernie group, the Bernie bros, the Bernie sides, AOC, the squads, and they're kind of laughing. The squad, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley to an extent, Cori Bush maybe to an extent, are saying, we hurt you because you basically were in lockstep with the Republicans regarding Israel. I know people don't talk about this, and maybe that's a good thing, but it's a huge factor a factor in this because the rest of the world is talking about it at levels you can't even imagine. That's number one. Number two, the issue of Ukraine. Number three, international relations. They had nothing. They absolutely had nothing. The next issue, which they had nothing to talk about, was the border. The border, people screamed for that. Then the economy. So they sat back doing nothing. And they pulled Joe Biden into this. And they had him over a barrel because they were going to threaten him and did threaten him with his son and his family. Who do you think let half of that out? Where do you think most of that came from? Where do you think most of the dirt on Joe came from? From these folks. Our friend Underlining Ink says, we don't even interview parties that are independent. It's either Dem or Republican. Absolutely. And what you're seeing right now, it's a great point. What you're seeing right now is there is a third party, and it's this thing called MAGA. That's not Republican. And the reason why it's not Republican, there are non-Republicans coming to it. For the first time in a long time, you were seeing people who have been historically disenfranchised, disconnected from the political conversation, as they say, who now are feeling incredibly a part of this. When you see kids at the Beverly Hills high school, when you see black folks, when you see MAGA hats and MAGA parties at universities, it's a completely different story. So understand, grasp this. This is so interesting what is happening. And it's so internecine and so cloak and dagger. And it's also a change in not just this, but the way we're thinking. Those crazy lunatic women, not that women are lunatic, but these lunatics are women. And you see this. I don't know where this is coming from. And they don't realize that those of us say, no, go ahead, do this. Why? It amuses us. We will retweet that. Please do it. There's a new kind of mental illness right now where people are losing themselves alone. There are lonely people who live in this world and they feel that they're safe. And they're in their little world. They're in their world here. They have their phone. And in their phone, they're safe. And even though they say, you do know that this is going elsewhere. Oh, I don't know. But in my world, I'm correct. In my world, I'm safe. In my world, I'm a part of this. In my world, I'm okay. I'm okay. I can say whatever I want. It doesn't matter. And once I say it, and somebody comes back and finds back, who are you? We're the world. Excuse me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. No, you talk to all of us. You took a billboard, a bullhorn, and you screamed this out to the world. Now you've got to be responsible for what you said. You said this. Well, I got caught up in the moment. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't mean to be offensive. I didn't mean to him. I don't know. I don't know how to act to people. You don't understand. I live here. I don't know how to deal with people. I don't know how not to insult people. I don't know how to come into a room or come into a world. I don't even know how to speak. I don't even recognize the fact that I'm a special needs teacher and I'm talking like a crazy person. I don't know. I'm disconnected from reality. That's what this is. And this pulls people out. It potentiates people. And there was this feeling before, especially during the Biden period, where you were absolutely immune. You could do, especially if you were into Biden. I know people, especially in New York, who walked around looking like fools, dressed. Remember during that, what was that? Was it, I guess it was Biden. Remember that 6'4" feller, big guy with a beard? He's he's got a dress on, the long hair, and he's doing all this. He's trying to pull I don't know what he's trying to do, like a Mitzi Gaynor. Who knows what he's doing? And the whole world said, "You're out of your mind." But the lefty said, "Oh, no, that's good. That's great. No, really, this is terrific." There were people walking around New York who had a lot of money, and nobody dared say to them, "You're out of your mind. You look insane." "Oh, no, I'm dressed like this." No. Nobody admires this. This is crazy. But during the 4 years, well, okay, don't say anything. Well, guess what? Everybody out of the pool. It's over with now. It's like one day, and I hope this doesn't happen to you, but it's going to happen. One day, society's going to say tattoos are no longer cool. They are déclassé. They are not au courant. They are not de rigueur. My French is pathetic. You see what I'm saying? And then they're going to say, uh-oh, I can't, I don't know how to take this up. Wait until you see the number of people going back to more, for lack of a better word, conservative apparel, conservative looks. Wait till you see the number of stars and people of note who get there. There was one guy who had his, did you see, honey, there was somebody recently who had their tattoos removed. Somebody famous. Had it. Not Zach Efron. No.
It was a guy.
It was a man, yeah.
I can't think of the name, but I know what you're talking about.
You're going to see this undoing. Very interesting thing. A Freudian term, undoing. It's also unraveling. Things are going back. Now, understand something. Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, is doing this for his own benefit, which is okay. Sylvester Stallone wants to reconnect you with Rocky, with the story of Rocky. You got this? Very important. Very important. So he's now saying, it's okay, the coast is clear. Because he's not going to, I don't care what anybody says, I don't care how, remember, I think he sold all that Rocky stuff. He just, never made money from Rocky. He's almost 80 years old, and he's doing, so what I'm saying is, remember, bless these people, but they're also into the business. And they live lifestyles that they can't afford. That's why in the case of Diddy, many people don't understand this. Yeah, he moved to Florida. It's cheaper. There's no state income tax. And also there's homestead. Remember, if you have multi-million-dollar, judgments against you, move to Florida because you can't have a forced sale of your homestead per Constitution. Maurice Houston says, old Joe got his revenge against his party. So you understood what happened, don't you? You understood what happened. That is exactly what happened. Evan Webb says, I really do not like tattoos. And when it's a police officer with head to toe tats, sad. I got a problem with that too. I don't like it in the military. I don't. But that's nobody saw that one coming. But that's what we're seeing right now. We're also seeing a big deal regarding Nancy Pelosi, who was trying to, I think she just announced she was going to turn it over to her daughter. What is her name? Alexandra. But the insiders said, we're going to hold you responsible and we are not going to support her. So it's got to be you. So you've got her and Gavin Newsom, and you also have to read about and keep in mind the California contingent of these people. See, this is huge. This is so interesting. This is so internecine. And the reason why nobody on the left will do this, the reason why CNN's not doing it, there's a couple of reasons. Number one is they're not going to do anything to hurt themselves. They're desperate. They don't know where to go with this. And also, the conservatives are having a hard time with, and I've seen this. If you ever want to see it, look at National Review. As much as I love Andy McCarthy, he's dead wrong regarding Trump and January 6th. Dead wrong with the accusations of his being an election denier. National Review is dead wrong with claiming that Bobby Kennedy is not the best spokesperson for health because of the vaccine stuff. Oh no, they are the paleo conservatives. We don't need them. What we are, what I am, can't speak for you, has no name. Has no name. There's no, that's why I'll join MAGA, but I cannot be a Republican, I cannot be a Democrat. This is far more complicated, too complicated for people to understand and to grasp. Far more. I'm telling you right now. So, dear friends, so Evan Webb, Maurice Houston, underlining ink. It sounds interesting. It sounds like some kind of a pad or something one might wear. Jerry Robichaud, I guess. Brad Opland, Pilgrim Media, Raul. Thank you, Therese Pollard. Cut Up Chatter. Thank you for your kindness. We will be back tonight at 7 o'clock. Mrs. L and I will be doing Ventilation Friday. We'll be doing it together. It's going to be our new tradition, Ventilation Friday, where we let it all out and we let it all happen. That's tonight at 7. Also remind you, please subscribe. 87% of those individuals who watch videos repeatedly never subscribe. They just don't do it. So please do it, my friends. Also like this, like, and hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And finally, remember one thing. Political analysis is not for everybody. Political analysis, at least my version of it, is not for everybody. It doesn't fall into CNN, Fox, left, right, up and down, Manichean. It doesn't work that way. It is loaded with nuance, exceptions, gray. Make America gray again. Because it's oftentimes not really this or that. That's problematic for people. Especially a lot of people who've never really gotten into this, but who like it, who like to be a part, who like to, but they don't really understand it. They don't really get it. And that's okay. Everybody can. It's like you've got a pool. You got the deep end and you got the little, where you just the waiting part. You walk in and it kind of, you pick whatever you want to get to. But believe me when I tell you this, the deep part of it is what's most fascinating. And also, my friends, please follow Lynn's Warriors. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a great and glorious day. We'll see you tonight. And don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.